Hi, this is John Kelly, and for my advocacy project, I'm doing something that's pretty near and dear to my life and my heart. But I guess the title would be the need for singular standardized treatment plans within treatment centers and transitional living homes, houses, sober houses, whatever you want to call them. And I guess the reason why this is so important to me, to put a little context behind the issue, is like for the past decade, give or so, give or take, I have um, gone through a multitude of these rehab centers, treatment centers, sober houses, all these places. Um, and obviously, having to go to so many, I found what did and didn't work. Um, and I also have worked in a good amount of these places as well, as that was what I wanted to do for my career before. So what I found, going through and working for these places, and going through as like a patient or a client, whatever you want to call it, is that every different place that I went had a different measure of success and growth. And I always found that odd that there wasn't one singular way that success was defined or measured um, or anything like that. So, um, and a few examples of this would be at some places, getting a job and starting to pay your bills would be a success. If you were doing that, then you were doing really well in their program. At some places, it would be step work and going to meetings and all the AA stuff. Um, and if you were doing that and on the right track with that, then you were doing really well, and the other stuff was kind of pushed to the side. At another place, keeping a clean living area, doing your chores, being nice to everyone, being friendly, and like going out and doing stuff like going to the gym and things of that nature, um, was the success measurement, I guess you could say. But so what I wanted to do was bring one singular treatment, as I believe that this would not only um, help in the individual treatment centers themselves, but I think it would bring all of them together as a whole to have at least some sort of baseline by which that they could communicate and talk about the patient's clients or um, things of that nature, and it would help them collaborate more and find new ways of success that would work for on a much broader scale. So if you look at the regulation and certification of licensed alcohol and drug centers in Maine, they have a good amount of qualifications that need to be met. But one thing that they're very vague on is what actually goes on during the treatment. They have very specific rules on the intake and on the departure of the patients and clients, but not much when they're there. It's kind of loosey goosey, I guess you could say. So when I went to a place in New Hampshire, the last place that I've been, and it's worked really well for me and a lot of my friends, they were completely and 100% 12-step based. Um, 6 in the morning to 11 at night, you did nothing but go through the AA book, go to meetings, talk about the book, and do that stuff. And I believe strongly in that because it has worked for me so well. But the reason that I bring that up is because everyone was on the same page. All the staff, all the clients, everyone there was on one singular goal, which was to further yourself in your 12-step work. And so it made it very easy if a therapist, or they call them contacts, if somebody missed work, then someone else could step in because everyone was on the same track. It made it very easy for them to talk to each other about the patients and the clients, and it made everything run a lot smoother. Because at another place that I've been to, every therapist ran their own different style of therapy, which made it very hard for the staff members to collaborate on what would be the best treatment option for each person. And so I went through and I found that evidence-based therapy, I believe, is the best option. And 12-step work is one of those options, which I believe to be the best option there is. But also CBT is another evidence-based therapy, cognitive-based therapy, which helps the patients learn and adapt to different situations by setting them up in those situations and giving them different techniques on how to handle things without drugs and alcohol, but actually how to handle things with their mind. And so going through different, treatment centers and stuff, I've actually seen this work quite a lot within me and within people I know. But to bring the opposing viewpoints into this, after talking to some people at some treatment centers in Maine, in the Portland area, people have said to me that while that would be good, each place wants to be unique and have its own way of helping people, which makes everyone different, which brings a uniqueness to their program. And while I believe that this could be true, I believe the collaboration of all the treatment centers and the houses and everything like that, I believe all of them coming together would be a lot better for the greater good than keeping everyone apart just to remain unique. And on this issue as well, if we did have one baseline, if a patient or a client still needed a different style of treatment, I think that would be great, but just put it on top of the baseline treatment. So I think that this could help further the treatment industry, and I believe that this could be a very helpful thing for such a big epidemic that's been happening, especially here in New England. So thank you for listening, and hope you enjoyed it.